It's that time of month where we discuss some of my favorite things to discuss, and that is none other than some product empties and also sharing what I recently picked up from Sephora. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I hope that you're here to stay. My name is Chineza, and on this channel we cover all things from lifestyle to fashion to beauty to content creation tips and so much more. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into product empties because y'all, I got a whole sack full. Let's start off with skincare. This is, or was, shall I say, the Ginger Melt Cleanser from Peach and Lily. I'm very sad that I ran out because it honestly makes taking off my makeup so much easier. Like if you're not double cleansing, you need to. And if you're looking for a good oil cleanser, I would definitely recommend this. I also ran out of this clay mask from Innisfree, and I actually got this as one of my points gifts from Sephora. And this is actually something that I would not purchase. And I say that because when I think of a clay mask, like I want it to be overly drying. I want to feel like my skin is literally being shed a new layer. And I feel like although this didn't necessarily like leave like a film in a sense, it just didn't really perform as expected from what I just have tried with like other clay masks in the past. Cause like think of like the Aztec Indian healing clay, like that's more so with the speed that I'm on when it comes to clay masks. So yeah, this one is a no from me. I also ran out of the Divine Immortal Youth Oil from L'Occitane. And let me tell you, this stuff made me feel so luxurious, especially when it came to colder winter nights. Like it's something about doing your whole skincare routine and then finishing it off with an oil in the winter time that just hits so different. So this, although it is a pretty penny, it's definitely something that I would consider getting if I had the budget for to get on a regular basis. I also ran out of the Lancome Genifique Serum. Now this, I can't say that I noticed anything remarkable as far as results. So to be honest, I feel like you can get away with just using a very hydrating serum that may come at a lower price point. So this would not get repurchased by me. Now when it comes to a skincare product that I swear by, that is the Paula's Choice AHA BHA Exfoliator. I am actually obsessed with this stuff and I'm not afraid to admit it. I actually notice a difference in the texture of my skin as far as when I'm using this versus when I'm not using it. And that's really the thing with certain skincare products. Like once you start using it, it's no going back. So my skin reacts really well to this. I feel like my pores are so much smaller, and honestly my skin is just, I always get compliments on the texture, and I feel like this definitely plays a large part into that. Let's hop right into hair care. Starting off strong, this was the Adwoa Beauty Melonberry Hair Milk. And this is actually a leave-in conditioner. And y'all, don't be fooled by the size of this bottle because it honestly took me like over a year to finish. I feel like this was my special occasion leave-in conditioner. But yo, when I tell you that I'm obsessed with this formula, I wish that there was just a little bit left to demo. But Adwoa Beauty products in general are just so good for 4C hair specifically, and I feel like this definitely was like such a good detangler. Again, it had an amazing smell, and the consistency and the slip that it provided was unmatched. This is definitely one of those wish list items because y'all, some hair care products be up there, but I would say that this is definitely one that's worth it. And we have a repeat offender in the African Pride Edge Wax. So this has been my partner in crime when it comes to slick backs. I don't even really use it to lay my edges just because I don't lay edges for the most part, but it is something that I'm like, I will always keep this in rotation. And for $6, like you get so much out of it. Like I probably will go through this in like a month and a half, if that. So for only $6, it's definitely something that I love re-upping on. Now these edge controls had me fighting for my life because y'all, I'm so annoyed when the beauty supply store does stuff like this. Like why would you make it so hard for it to open? But these are from the brand La Flare, and it is an edge control gel. I wasn't mad at these, however, I feel like this was more of like, I would compare the texture or like what it did for my hair rather to more of like a shine and jam versus like an actual hold. Now both of these I didn't purchase, I actually received at an event where they were just giving them away, and it's definitely not something that I would purchase, just knowing that the edge control from the African Pride just works better for my hair. And then the last hair care item we have is the Lotta Body Mousse, and as you can see with this one little drop, and best believe there's a reason why I still have this bottle, because I'm gonna use that one last drop. This is by far my favorite mousse. I feel like I love using it to touch up my slick backs. I love using it in my twist outs. I just love how multi-purpose it is, and the volume is unmatched when it comes to the twist outs. And last but certainly not least, let's get into my empties for makeup products. Now don't judge me when I say this, but I'm pretty sure I've had this same bottle of Sacha Buttercup since like 2016. I'm pretty confident in saying that. However, I will say that about 80% of that has been used between last year to this year, So, you know, it may be expired, but one thing about me, my makeup, my face has been fine, so this is why I said don't judge. But the point is that I've been getting so much wear out of this. I feel like now that I'm learning to apply it more in like thinner strokes and thinner layers, that it's making such a difference in my makeup, and I most definitely need to re-up. But as y'all can see, I'm like, the way I'm looking at this, I'm like, I got like a month left. This is like a month worth of powder. We got a few drops left of this, but this is the Urban Decay setting spray. Now, I'm not opposed to getting this again. However, I will say that their dewy finish is more my speed. I was running out of this particular primer for a good amount of time to where I almost had to cut the bottle open, but that just shows you how good this is. I truly love all of Milk's primers, but this has to be my favorite. I feel like especially for controlling oil on my T-zone, it's definitely been my go-to, and it is definitely something that I would re-up on. This Too Faced concealer has served me so well, y'all. Like, I feel like this was the concealer that made me believe in the power of concealer. So 100% I would get this. I feel like this gives more like full coverage, more like full glam sort of days, but 100% it's going on the repurchase list. And then lastly, we have the Milk Kush Brow Lamination. And I was gifted this item, but Milk, y'all got a customer out of me. I didn't really care to do anything to my brows, like even touch them at all when it came to my makeup, until I tried out this product and see what brow lamination could do for me. I feel like it elevates the look of my eyebrows, even if I end up not filling them in. So 100% Milk, y'all have given me confidence again in my brows, so thank you. And now let's get into what I got from Sephora, shall we? So I've already gone ahead and unboxed everything, mainly because I was so excited to wear some things, but then also because I needed to film a campaign today. And specifically, let me introduce you to what 2 products that was on. So shout out to Sephora for real, because this shopping spree was on them. But starting with lip products, I picked up the Lip Softy from Tower 28. And I'm actually wearing this on the lips right now. And I love that it's super hydrating and it has a tint to it as well too. Which I feel like sometimes it's like you can get to doing your lips in your makeup and then it's like your lips are giving dry and cracked. But it's nice to know that you can still have pigment while also having skin protectant. And this comes at a pretty good price point too, being at $16. So shout out Tower 28. I also picked up a gloss from the Sephora collection and I'm also wearing this. I feel like this is the perfect lip shade for a topper or being able to just make like the inner lip pop. And you know, we love a good demo around here, so might as well give y'all a little example. Like, you see how it just brought some more color back in without it being like too overbearing. So I feel like this is gonna be the lip gloss that I grab for, especially just when I want to top things off. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about the Secure the Sweat primer from One Size. I did use this for the first time today, and I would say that it's doing a great job at the oil control. My only complaint though is just as far as if I were to open this bottle right now just to like show you or to try and demo it, like, I promise you the product is gonna be oozing out. So I feel like the product design of this is just kind of, if you're not used to it or how it's gonna come gushing out, or maybe I opened it wrong, or maybe I was only supposed to puncture it, I don't know, but I don't really care for the applicator or just the fact that it's like I can lose out on product if I'm being kind of clumsy or in a rush. Now, this concealer I am very excited about, and I genuinely feel like it's about to be my new favorite. This is the Lift and Flex concealer from Danessa Myricks Beauty. Y'all, again, I am wearing this right now, but I am obsessed with the formula. I haven't tried a concealer yet where it's more like on the hydrating side, and I feel like this literally like melted into my skin. And I also got it in a shade that is more true to my actual like natural concealer color versus like a brightening concealer. And I can definitely see myself using this on a more day-to-day basis. I'm already loving the finish so much. And speaking of loving the formula, Milk Makeup, I told y'all that I love the brow lamination, so I did have to go ahead and re-up on that. And again, y'all see the brows, okay? I feel like brows are the one area where it's like, it's been a constant battle, but we're learning slowly and surely. And I feel like, you know, I did a pretty good job today. So that is all thanks to Milk. Y'all, the way I've had to stop filming like 5 times between my camera dying to my memory card running out of storage. But anyways, child, we're almost done. I feel like that's what it's telling me. But we picked up the all-nighter setting spray, and again, this is in the dewy version, which is the one that I love the most. I feel like the warm weather is back in Houston, and I typically like to have more like a dewy finish in the spring, summer months. And this is able to get me just that without making it feel like my skin is being compromised or that I'm getting too oily or anything like that. And I love the smell on this, so it was a must. And one size also got me, y'all, but let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
I used to be using this in between steps as opposed to like as a final layer setting spray, and wondering why my makeup wasn't hitting like I thought it was supposed to be hitting. But now that I'm older and wiser, I am excited to use this properly. And again, it is on today, and I feel like it's doing the thing. Finishing up, I did pick up a few travel size perfumes, and let's start with My Way by Armani. Y'all, I feel like this is definitely one of those scents that like takes me back to a place. This was actually my birthday scent last year, I'm pretty sure. But this just feels like so elegant. Feels like being on a yacht. It feels like being out to a really nice dinner. This just literally smells like summertime. It smells like I need to go on a vacation is what it's telling me. And then this is actually my first fragrance from Nest, but it is the Lychee Rose. And typically I'm not really a floral girly, but I feel like the fact that this floral is then mixed with a fruit, it's giving. I feel like this is definitely given like high class. This is giving date night. This is giving solo date. It's definitely given like Bill's Page, you know, black card type of vibes. Just smell it and y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. And then lastly, oh my gosh, this one, I feel like this may be my new fragrance, like of all time. I feel like this just gives like so elegant, it gives like sexy. And what's really interesting about this is that I'm pretty sure it's a cologne, which makes sense because it definitely is more on like the masculine side of things, but like it's such like a deep, refreshing, just yeah. Favorite right here. And with that, we are at the end of the haul. We're at the end of the empties. Definitely let me know if you've tried out any of these products and how you're liking them, or if there are any products that you'd like to see me kind of do a more in-depth review on. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.